On the occasion of International Women's Day, we are interviewing Ms. Sasikala, who's the Commissioner Income Tax Mumbai. Happy Women's Day, ma'am. Welcome to Media Eye. Ma'am, as a women IRS officer in this male-dominated system, what is your feeling?
It is tough. It is tough in the sense that, first of all, the women do face dual responsibilities, and IRS is a challenging job in terms of the work content, the abilities that you need to do your work. It is very challenging in terms of time as well as in terms of capability.
How are the working conditions in typical government office, and especially your department?
Like I said, the work content is tough. We do come across very sensitive situations, crisis situations, and also the time pressures, because we have target-bound, time-bound work. So, in terms of the sheer number of working hours demanded, the courage that we have to bring, it is really demanding.
And how do you balance home and work? What are the special skills which you have?
By working 25 hours a day, almost. It is very, very tough, especially as in a metro city like Bombay. Life is tough. Only thing is you have to put in a lot more number of hours of work. Then you can balance both work and home.
Ma'am, are there sizable number of IRS officers, women IRS officers in your department?
Yes, there are. There are plenty of women, but I would not say sizable number. If you take per batch, I think maybe about 10 to 15% as of now. The situation is improving. I see a lot more women coming in the present batches than in our times.
What do you think is the reason for that?
I think generally the accessibility to education and the mindsets are changing, which is, I would say, one of the most important conditions, because women had been conditioned to think of just being a teacher. There were certain jobs designated as suitable for women. That is not so now. Women believe, and they are trying whatever options are available.
Has any women headed as chief of Central Board of Direct Taxes?
Yes, many of them have headed. In fact, the present chairperson, who just retired on February 28th, was also a lady. So, as far as my department is concerned, there has been no discrimination in terms of hesitancy to post us in a particular job or a particular seat because you are a woman. That is not so. I have not encountered so far.
What advice would you give to today's women, since it's Women's Day today?
See, the biggest power is in the hands of the women themselves. In fact, I would say the biggest power in the hands of every individual is the power of choice. In today's technology-driven era, all the options are available to you. You have access to the knowledge at the touch of a button. Only thing is that don't buckle into conditioning. Our society is very adept, I must say, at conditioning. Certain jobs are suitable, women have to be this way, women have to be that way.
Do you think still it is the same? I mean, mindsets are still the same?
Oh yes, the conditioning is very much the same, and it will take a long time to break that conditioning. The young generation, I must say, hats off to them. They are doing a tremendous job in not buckling down to compulsions, not buckling down to conditioning, and they are exercising the power of choice. And that power of choice, which is in your hands, don't waste it. That's the only thing I would like any woman to do. That power of choice is so much. I feel sad when I see women wasting it. Not a woman, I would say any youngster. wasting that power of choice, making the wrong choices, and restricting themselves. Today, if somebody has to, say that they can't go ahead and do what they want, a large part of it is self-restriction. In fact, to the extent that I'm talking about the urban situation. In rural situation, yes, we do have to help our counterparts in the rural areas, people who are so away from access to technology options. There we do have to help them.
Also, ma'am, there have been several transfers and postings in your tenure also, and many women go through it. How do you handle the shifting, with family, with children?
See, as far as transfers are concerned, this is a common factor between private sector, public sector, in the government, and this is a very live situation in today's world. You will find families managing to hold down jobs in two different cities, maybe in two different countries. It is very tough, and it can be done only with support and cooperation of all the people concerned.
Lastly, ma'am, what are your hobbies and interest?
My biggest interest is music, and as you know, because I already told you the time consuming job, I had to let go of my hobbies for a long while due to the demands of both family as well as the job. Again, now I have, because my children have grown up and they are on their own, I have now again started learning the veena, which is a great sense of happiness to me.
Thank you for talking to Media. That was Mrs. Sasikala, who was talking to us, sharing her views and experiences on the occasion of International Women's Day. This is Apurva Bhatt, Media, Mumbai.